So here are some not so fun facts about me uh, and my trauma. Um, Here are just a few things that I deal with that I'm comfortable with talking about um, for the most part, that I deal with on a regular basis. There are other things that I am not so comfortable talking about um, that I'm not going to mention now, but maybe I will get to a place where I will feel more comfortable. But for now, this is these are things that although I don't want to speak into existence, it would be silly to ignore that they already exist. So this is just the reality that I have been experiencing since for a few years now. Well, not a few. Some of these things I have been dealing with my entire life. Anyway, so the first thing is night terrors. I struggle with um, sleep paralysis as well as night terrors, and um, well, it makes it very difficult for me to sleep at night. I also struggle with insomnia, so um, I cannot sleep by myself. I have to have somebody in the room with me to help wake me up when I am stuck in what I call the in-between, which is the space in between being awake and being fully asleep, which is where I experience sleep paralysis. I am, however, able to make noise when I'm in that state, and whoever I am sleeping in the room with, I will ask to please wake me up if they hear me yell. Okay, so, and that's hard for the person, and it doesn't matter who it is. Like for now, my caregiver is my mom, so um, I'm 40 years old and I still have to sleep with my mom because I'm terrified, literally terrified to sleep alone. And that's the truth. Um, but if it wasn't my mom, it's somebody else, usually a family member, or unless I'm absolutely exhausted. And even then, sometimes like I have insomnia really bad, and it doesn't matter how exhausted I am. I'll be up all night if I'm really stressed out, or I'm experiencing, or I've had night terrors the night before, and I am too scared to fall asleep. So the combination of those two make it very difficult to operate normally. Those two things alone. Just, I don't know if you've ever dealt with being exhausted all the time from lack of sleep, but that's pretty much how I've been living my life for a very long time. So that's one thing that I struggle with regarding my trauma. Another thing is do I have characters that I've created, or is this a side effect from multiple personality disorder caused from trauma? I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, some of the characters that I've created have come out during traumatic experiences. Other ones I have created consciously and out of fun. So, is it a combination of both? I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I've been through a lot, and in order to be able to cope with a lot of these things, I have to compartmentalize a lot of things, a lot of feelings and emotions, and I suppose maybe it's helpful to kind of channel a different energy and go into a different character. Whether it's been induced by trauma or not, I don't know. So that's another thing I deal with regarding my trauma. And this is, I mean, I can remember doing this since middle school. disassociating at random times. That's fun. It makes it really difficult for information to go in and stay in. And because I disassociate at random times, because I get a lot of flashbacks from traumatic experiences, I mean, a lot, and it's throughout the day. And as much as I've done healing work on these things, it doesn't stop like reoccurring images and the flashbacks to come keep from coming back. So I disassociate a lot, and I don't mean to. So that causes for me to miss a lot of things, for me to forget things, and for me to have to ask people to repeat themselves a lot. People think I'm rude, or I'm not listening, or I'm uninterested, and that's never the case. It's because I probably missed most of everything you just said, even if I'm looking directly at you and I'm nodding. It's probably to be polite. There's so many times I've left conversations completely clueless as to what was just said because I've disassociated the entire time because I'm being bombarded with flashbacks of just really disturbing things. So it makes it hard to just like keep track of normal things. You know, I'm forgetful and clumsy, and I don't know if that's a side effect of ADHD or autism, or if it's the trauma. I don't really know. I don't know if all of these things kind of tie in together. It's probably a neurological thing, but so that's basically the things that I'm comfortable talking about. There are other things that I will probably get to when I'm a little more comfortable with that. Anyway, one last thing, being stuck in freeze mode for days at a time. Because reoccurring trauma keeps happening. So being targeted and gang stalked, people are purposely trying to constantly antagonize you and trigger you. That can be traumatic. And when you've already been dealing with so much trauma, those triggers can trigger other traumas that make daily life difficult to just function normally. So I get stuck sometimes in bed for a couple days where I can't function. As much as I want to get out of bed, I just can't. So it makes it hard to hold down any kind of normal job or even just be responsible. I mean, for myself, if that makes sense, I do, like I've talked about this before. I have a caregiver who is my mother, but she's not always able to provide the level of care that I need, and she's not professionally trained to either, so there's that. So I just wanted to talk about some of the things that I struggle with due to my trauma, and just put that out there because I think it's important that, you know, we talk about the things that make us who we are. And although my trauma doesn't make me who I am, they are aspects of my personality that I can't deny. And so, yeah. Okay, I don't want to end on a sad note. So let's just say, healing is I'm a work in progress, and I believe that things are going to get better. So, okay, bye.